Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to the guidance for recruitment of program students for the program for fostering innovators to lead a better copying society, also known as the Better Copying Program, and the Global Doctoral Human Resources Development Program for leading the field of AI, also known as a Guide for AI program. So this is a simultaneous recruitment. We're recruiting for both programs at the same time. And if you wish to apply for the Guide for AI program, you must also apply for the Better Copying program. If, as a result of a selection, you meet the requirements for inclusion in both programs, you will be prioritized for inclusion in the Guide for AI program. So for more information, such as the application period, number of applicants, eligibility for this program, any extra information, please refer to the application guidelines posted on the website, URL here, and QR code here. And for any inquiries, please send an email to this email address here. So modern society faces complex challenges that are difficult to predict. For example, we had the COVID-19 pandemic a few years ago. We also face climate change and large-scale natural disasters at an unprecedented rate. So we need to build a well-being society where each person can live safely, securely, and healthily. And from the well-being of each individual to the co-being of society as a whole. So this is where the idea of the Better Co-being program comes in. The program aims to give you specialized knowledge and comprehensive knowledge, as well as transferable skills and the ability to think freely and solve problems. It does this by offering courses that can accommodate a variety of careers and providing a place for cross-disciplinary co-creation and challenge. So medical, pharmacy, health science, scientific technology, social and cultural science graduate students, and external collaborating organizations are acting as one team to bring about this society. Solving complex issues in response to an unpredictable society, the Better Co-being program aims to lead society while fostering international doctoral talent who can contribute to science, technology, and innovation in various career and fields and become knowledgeable leaders. So the Better Co-being program support, first of all, I'll talk about the financial assistance. So you have living expenses of 200,000 yen per month and research funds of 200,000 yen per year. The expenses and funds will be provided for the duration of a standard period of study for the doctoral program. So if you enter in April 2025 and you have a 3-year course, we will support you until March 2028, as an example, the full 3 years. And the amount of support may change depending on national policies and budgetary conditions. And those recruited in the autumn term, the recruitment year and the final year research expenses are 100,000 yen. But you will get the full amount. If you're on a 3-year course, you'll get the full 600,000, but spread over that time. So regarding living expenses, after recruitment, the first 2 months' worth, e.g. April, May, will be paid together in the following month, e.g. May, and thereafter it will be paid monthly. The living expense equivalent is treated as miscellaneous income under tax law and is subject to income tax and residential tax. Research funds will be allocated to and managed by the research laboratory to which you belong. And for international students who have not yet arrived in Japan, support will begin after arrival in Japan. So the program also offers interdisciplinary collaboration and career path formation support. It has a mentor system, and your mentor will help guide you on courses, research, presentations, English language, career path, job hunting, etc. Through various programs we hold, we also have support and guidance from distinguished professors and cross-disciplinary advisors who will give you guidance on research, career path, etc. We have a prog test, which you can take, I believe, for free, but only in Japanese, and job hunting seminars in English and Japanese. So the Guide for AI program. So the only difference on this slide is living expenses for Guide for AI students is 250,000 yen per month, and research funds is 900,000 yen per month. And to add one final thing here, so if you are on, for example, a 3-year course, but you take 4 years to complete, these programs will only support you for the duration of the standard period, so only for 3 years. If you're on a 4-year course, we'll support you for 4 years, but if you take a 5th year to complete, we won't support you for that. So spring recruitment details. The target is those who are enrolling in the 3-year doctoral program of Graduate School of Social and Cultural Sciences, Graduate School of Science and Technology, Graduate School of Health Sciences, or the Graduate School of Pharmaceutical Sciences, or in the 4-year doctoral program of a Graduate School of Medical Sciences or Graduate School of Pharmaceutical Sciences. So this includes people who have taken the entrance exam for admission to these courses and are awaiting the announcement of results, as well as those who are planning to take the entrance examination. And unlike mixed and some other scholarships, there is no age limit. So number of applications varies between spring and autumn and varies years by year. So please refer to the application guidelines for the academic year you're applying. And there are no fixed quotas for each faculty, so we don't put any bias on you regardless of the graduate school you're coming from. So you don't have to worry about that. So eligibility. So those who have never been disciplined based on university regulations and those who are able to take part in the educational segment of this program throughout the sports period. And those who fall under the following are not eligible to apply. Special Research Fellow of the Japan Society for the Promotion of Science, Japanese government-sponsored students, for example, mixed students and international students receiving scholarships or other support from their home countries, individuals who receive stable income, such as salary or executive compensation from universities, companies, etc., at a sufficient level equivalent to living expenses, which we class as 2.4 million yen or more, and those who plan to take a leave of absence as the program starts. So some points to note. So please, not please, sorry, you must comply with the following terms. And if you don't, payment of them in expenses and research grants may be suspended. So focus on your research activities, attend research ethics education as demanded or conducted by the university. So this is something you have to do as a doctoral student. Students should confirm enrollment each month. At the moment, it's via Moodle. Students should submit a research plan and a research report every year to the program supervisor. You will be advised how to do that. Throughout the support period, participants are required to complete the following educational programs as defined by this program. So complete package courses, better copying only, attend all colloquium and reporting sessions, participate in one or more overseas training sessions during the period of support, or do the following: doctoral cooperative education through research internships, HEGO government internship, or HEGO business internship, better copying only. During the support period, those in the Guide for AI program must present AI research at international conferences. In the case of peer-reviewed international conferences, acceptance of a paper can be substituted for a presentation. Register with the Doctoral Human Resources Database, JGRAD, and register with Doctoral Cooperative Education through research internships, better copying. So as for the package courses, so from the cross-discipline and challenging researcher development package courses, you have to take 2 courses, at least 2, not credits, courses from a graduate school liberal arts course, or from outside your department. For GSST students, because a lot of the courses are in GSST, Understanding Contemporary Society B can be counted as a subject from another graduate school. And please note, offered courses may be subject to change. So for the career development and competency development package courses, there's no faculty criteria. You can just take any of these and take at least 2 courses. So please choose these in line with your own career development aims and competency development aims. So overseas training, you can plan and implement overseas training that leads to the fusion of different fields, career development, cultivation of internationality, and improvement of transferable skills. And the main aim of this is training, not research. So for example, you can do participation in internship and training programs either abroad or at the university. And if you go abroad, it must be in a country which isn't your home country. So for example, if you're British, you can't go to the UK to do a internship or training program. Learning and activities at overseas companies, universities, institutions, etc. Again, the same applies here. If you're British, it wouldn't count in the UK as an example for any of the international overseas training criteria. Presentations at international conferences and visits to universities and institutions in conjunction with such presentations. And others, as if you believe you'll want to do something which fits in with the criteria, then please feel free to suggest it. Travel expenses may be paid to those who wish to do so based on review. And as mentioned, there's things you can do instead of overseas training, but if you do these, however, you will not receive any credits towards program courses completion. To also have colloquium, you can interact with graduate students from different fields and countries, group discussion and presentations in English. So, for example, training camps, workshops, etc. Content changes each year, and research and learning outcomes, as well as debriefing sessions. You acquire the skills to make presentations that are easy to understand for people in different fields, evaluation by faculty members and distinguished advisors from outside the university, and you'll have a continuation of receiving benefits review yearly, qualifying examination, and the methods that these are done by can change year by year. Okay, so as for the application process, application guidelines and application documents can be downloaded from the website, either using the link here or the QR code. So program application form, fill out the application form directly, and we'll also confirm your desire to apply for the Guide for AI program. So as for the documents, you have 4 documents you can submit. Statement of purpose, a research proposal. So if you wish to apply for the Guide for AI program, you will need to prepare an additional research plan, confirmation of documents to be submitted, a checklist, and score from an external English exams if you have one. So only scores from tests taken within 2 years prior to the application start date will be accepted. So consolidate the statement of purpose, research plan, checklist, and English score into a single PDF and submit it to the submission box. The file name is the symbol for your department and full name for e.g. D. Kumamoto Taro. So make sure the school letter is capital letter and G, D, R, Y, or W, depending on your graduate school. So please apply within the period stated on the website. Remember, application guidelines adhere to all deadlines. If you don't, your application will probably not be accepted. In principle, changes cannot be made to the information provided after submission of the application documents. Application documents will not be returned. Those who provide false information in their application documents will lose their eligibility to apply, and even after selection, the decision to provide support may be revoked. If there are any missing information or other deficiencies in the submitted documents, they may not be considered for review, so please make sure to be careful when you're filling everything out. Okay, Q&A accessible on the website. You can have a look at this sort of information on there. And if you have any other questions which isn't covered in this presentation, isn't covered in the PDF, isn't covered on the website, please contact us on this email address here. So how to write the application documents, points to note. So the information described in this document is an example from the spring 2025 recruitment period. So first of all, please check the handling of personal information and check that you agree. Name in katakana, date of birth, mobile phone, smartphone number, mail address, and re-enter it. And please enter an email address where you can be reliably contacted. Affiliation, supervisor as of the start of the program, including your planned supervisor if he or she is not your supervisor yet, and you must obtain approval from your supervisor for this application. Check that you don't have an income exceeding 2.4 million yen. Check that you understand the outline of Guide for AI program, and check that you wish to apply for the Guide for AI program, or if you don't, of course, please check that you don't. And as stated before, if you qualify for both programs, priority will be given to putting you in the Guide for AI program. So if you're applying for any other research funds or scholarships, or you've been awarded to anything in addition to this program, please list their names here. Please check that you are allowed to apply for 2 or more concurrently, and check here. Research theme for the application, score of external English test. So make sure it's within 2 years of your application. So if you applied on, say, the 1st of March 2025, the latest you would be able to have your English test by is, let's say, the 1st of March 2023. Please select which language you would like to use for the interview. Desired career path. And if you've selected other, please put what you selected. That's it for the application form. Click here to make the application, and click here to submit it. And when you press send, the password for the submission box for submitting the application documents will be displayed. So be sure to record your password so you don't forget it. So statement of purpose, select here if you want to apply for the guide for AI. Japanese or English, easy to read, typeface and font size, no more than one page. Please fill out everything and then combine them into a single PDF and submit it. If your submission is incomplete, you may be eligible for review, and this is your first page, statement of purpose. Research proposal form A. So please out the information as listed here. Same as before, Japanese, English, easy to read typeface, don't change the formatting. Color and monochrome is fine. No more than 2 pages. Same for this form. It should be relatively straightforward. So experimental results so far. If this is a new project, you can put nothing in particular. So detailed research plan for the year you're applying. So this was recorded in January 2025. So if you're listening to it around that time, it will be AY 2025 here. And funding required, if you're applying for Better Co-being, it should say 200,000 yen here. So detailed research plan for subsequent years. So if you're applying in January, February 2025, it would be for AY 2026 and beyond. So please note that the year and the amount of research funds vary depending on the year of application. Please just follow the application forms as you download them, and the same rules apply to filling it in. So for Guide for AI program applicants, yes, you have to fill out another research form. Really, everything's the same here. The only thing to really take into account is that the content is likely to be similar to Form B, so please fill out this form as best you can. For example, how you would use extra research funds from a 900,000 yen you would be eligible for as a member of the program. So confirmation of application documents. So please go through all these. If the number of pages exceeds the specified number, it will not be reviewed. So please don't write more than you're allowed to. If you want to apply for Guide for AI, yes or no application. Make sure to include references, citations correctly. Otherwise, it might be classed as unintentional plagiarism, and you're likely to not be accepted at the document review stage if we find that there. And whilst generative AI, ChatGPT, etc., is something you're allowed to use for your application, if you do use it, you have to tell us exactly how you've used it. And again, if you don't, it could well be classed as unintentional plagiarism, and your documents may not go past the review stage. And yeah, make sure you put all the documents in this order. Click yes here, and again, English scores within 2 years prior to the application submission. So I've mentioned plagiarism here. So to avoid unintended plagiarism when creating applications, reports, papers, etc., please check by yourself. You can use Authenticate for free. Please go to this website to register for a free account. Okay, so why the Better Co-being program? So you can concentrate on your research without worrying about financial burdens. In addition to research skills, you can acquire skills required by society, industry, government, academia, interdisciplinary and multinational exchanges, and research career support specialized for doctoral students. So we look forward to receiving your application. And before we finish this presentation, just to have a look at some of the student voices on the doctoral programs. These are some of the competencies that students have from the wellbeing program, which was a precursor to the Better Co-being program. These are the sort of things they say they have gained from the program: high level expertise, communication skills, an interdisciplinary mindset, extensive knowledge of areas outside your research field, etc. And this is student voices from the doctoral programs and some of the things they have enjoyed. So for example, guidance you've received from program members other than your supervisor or mentor. A lot of people enjoyed this. Part of a program, the difference package courses, research fund support for overseas training costs to allow you to grow as a researcher, an opportunity to mix with students and professionals with whom it is difficult to come into contact with in a regular postgraduate course. So hopefully you're interested after listening to this guidance in the Better Copying or in the Guide for AI program. We look forward to receiving your application if you are, and please email us if there are any questions which we haven't covered in these presentations. Thank you very much for your time. Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to the outline for the Guide for AI, which is a global PhD program for leading AI through interdisciplinary integration. So we've started this program to try and overcome some of the challenges faced by doctoral human resources who want to study AI and increase their number. So the number one problem we found is concerns about the long duration of studies and financial burdens. So to try to overcome this, we are offering financial support of 3.9 million yen per year, including 900,000 yen for research expenses and career path support. So we're also offering a support system at the university level to acquire the latest AI technologies. And we're also doing work to help strengthen the academic network you're in with collaboration with Spring to cultivate internationalism and interdisciplinarity and acquire transferable skills. So as for the selection, unfortunately, health science students and social and cultural science students cannot apply in autumn 2024. But if you're pharmaceutical science, medical science, or natural science, please feel free to apply. So we're looking for highly motivated students who are interested in career development and co-creation with society. And within the program, these are the sorts of things you'll be doing, looking at semiconductors, mathematics, AI, medical and life sciences, and cross-reality. So we offer unique support, such as overseas dispatch training program, general consulting data analysis, interdisciplinary training system, and English presentation support. We also offer the collaborations with Spring, for example, colloquiums, retreats, and presentation meetings, research life and support, providing information useful for career selection. And finally, we also have an AI talent development team, as well as the financial support. So the aim of this is to foster PhD graduates who possess international competencies and interdisciplinary skills. So after you get your PhD, obviously you'll have many options in terms of your career path, but some of the ones we think are likely for graduates of this program are research educators, business leaders, startup founders, government officials, medical professionals, etc. So just a few notes on the application. So once again, please note this October 2024 recruitment does not apply to the School of Health Sciences and the School of Social and Cultural Sciences. And also to complete the guide for AI, you'll need to give a presentation on AI research and at an international conference. However, if the international conference is a peer-reviewed one, acceptance of a paper can be substituted for the presentation. And international conferences are expected to be in the field of the admitted students' research. And finally, you're also expected to participate in the reporting sessions held by the programs. That's usually 2 or 3 a year. So important notes, this program is designed to cultivate the next generation of talent in the field of AI, including both established and emerging converging areas within AI. It is not simply about using AI as a tool, but rather about supporting students who have the ambition and ability to pioneer and lead the next generation of AI. So please think about this point when you're writing your application. So the overseas training program aims to equip students with the knowledge and connections needed to become future pioneers and leaders in the next generation of AI. This will be achieved through activities such as gathering information on the latest AI trends and networking with top researchers in the field. Travel and participation fees will be covered by research funds in order that you can do this. The program requires participation in international conferences that facilitate these goals, such as AAAI. So this is the Guide for AI is a program where you're going to be expected to leave Kumamoto to not only go across Japan, but internationally in order to achieve these aims. And finally, the details of unique support described in points 1 to 4 on the previous page will be determined in consultation with the next generation AI talent development team after admission to the program. So please have a think about these points and these notes for your application. If you're still interested, please feel free to put in an application with a better code being application. And yeah, we look forward to receiving your applications, and I hope to meet a few of you once you've been taken into the program. Thank you very much for your time.